It was a quiet Sunday morning in the small countryside village of Penhast, East Sussex. The sun had just risen above the horizon, casting golden light over the dew-soaked meadows. As 68-year-old Harold Bennett was walking home from the bakery with a paper bag of fresh scones, he heard a sharp cry that made him stop in his tracks. The sound was coming from a nearby hedge along the roadside. Rushing over, Harold was horrified to see a young kestrel, its wings not yet fully grown, trapped under the paw of a snarling stray dog. Without thinking, he dropped the bag and charged forward, waving his walking stick and shouting. The dog backed off, startled, and fled into the distance. The small kestrel lay trembling in the grass, one wing slightly torn and its tiny chest rising and falling rapidly. With great care, Harold scooped the bird up into his scarf and cradled it gently against his chest. "You're safe now, little one," he whispered. Back at his cottage, Harold converted an old wooden crate into a makeshift sanctuary. He named the bird Kessie. Each day, he fed her small strips of chicken, helped clean her feathers, and spoke to her softly as if she were a granddaughter. He even played classical music for her in the afternoons, convinced it helped her feel less alone. Weeks turned into months. Kessie healed, learned to perch on Harold's arm, and eventually took short flights around the living room. Harold had never married, never had children, but with Kessie, he found a companionship he hadn't known he was missing. By the time spring returned the following year, Kessie had grown into a sleek, confident bird of prey. Harold built a perch on the tall oak in his garden and opened the windows, allowing her to come and go freely. Some evenings, she would soar high over the fields, only to return at dusk and rest on the windowsill, watching Harold sip his tea by the fireplace. Then one day, Harold noticed something extraordinary. Kessie was bringing twigs, moss, and feathers to the nook of the oak tree. She was building a nest. Over the following weeks, her behavior changed, more careful, more protective. And then came the morning when Harold heard the soft chirping of tiny chicks from high above. Kessie had become a mother. Harold stood beneath the tree, tears in his eyes, as he watched Kessie tending to her young. "You've got a family now," he whispered, his voice cracking. "You're not just my little bird anymore. You're theirs too." Though Kessie remained wild in spirit, she never forgot the man who saved her. Each morning, she would fly down and perch on his window, watching him prepare his tea. And each evening, Harold would sit on the bench beneath the oak, smiling up at the tree that now held not just a nest, but a living memory of kindness, survival, and unexpected family.